Hello OC community, I'm your host Rido, and let's just cut me off by playing the intro. Now before we get started by talking about this week's news, I do want to clarify a bit regarding what happened last week. Razorhead's proof against Strato and OC content used in the last episode has been proven to be faked and tampered with by Razorhead himself. Therefore, we have decided to take down that video and any other related to it. Now, we would like to apologize if any of our allegations have caused OC content and their staff any harm, and please understand that our intentions were not to create a witch hunt for them, but instead lay out what we thought at the time was legitimate proof against someone that was allegedly botting. We are deeply sorry for this though, and we will do our best in order to make sure that no more mistakes like this will happen in the future. We also want to make sure that people understand, as we, as in all of Circle people, do not actually have anything against Strato. We do feel bad that their channel had to restart over again, and I couldn't even imagine if the same happened to us. We had conflicts in the past, but we've also always aspired to get along with OC content and actually serve the community together. Right after last week's episode, Strato did show interest in us making up, but he insisted that it wouldn't work out with Poised. Regardless, we hope that in the future we'll be able to work side by side in the community. So now on to the episode. So first up on the news, we have the Wolf guy himself, and he has now reached 6 million watched replays. Then next up, DragonForce's Fury of the Storm map met by GN is now ranked, which I'll have in the description down below if you guys want to play it. And in other news, Ryuk has now made it to the top 10, beating out Rollhope with his play on Royal Blood Loose Change for 680 PP. While on the topic of players, Bikko has now been offline for a year. And again with players, OC Player 84, which is previously known as Azerite, has reached 12k PP with his 2-miss hidden double time remote control play. And also the famous touchscreen player Freedomdiver has quit. A link to his profile for his response, but to sum it up, he acknowledges that touchscreen is a bit unfair compared to the traditional way of playing, but at the same time he has spent a lot of time grinding and playing. However, he feels that touchscreen should be a category of its own, and because there is such a gap between touchscreen and the traditional way of playing, he wants to quit, and so he has. Then more news amongst the community, there's been a lot of fan art recently, and I guess you guys have actually been using your tablets for something else aside from OC. Also with the community, Reddit user iGimli composed this spreadsheet, links in the description as always, and he took the top plays from the OC top 50 players, and he set it up so we can see what the average PP, accuracy, etc. is from all of them. Then next up on the news, we have Angelsim, and he recently had surgery on his nose, but he seems to be streaming still and everything seems fine, so that's all good. And next up we have Ephemeral talking about Loved Captain's Pick. Basically they decided they wanted community voting again for Loved maps, but this time the maps are hand-picked from some top players. In the case for Standard, we have Toy Our Boy to choose the maps that we get to vote to be in the Love section for. Then we also have this channel, which uploads OC Droid plays only, which is actually really cool and impressive to see the OC Droid community grow and come up with more and more impressive plays over the years. And lastly, for today's news, user Apraxia makes a thread on Reddit starting a discussion about what improvements could be made for the next OC World Cup. He touches on the topics such as how map pools are selected, and he has some other ideas here and there, and you can check it out. Everything that I've talked about will be linked down below in the description. We're gonna start off with 3 crazy SS's by PC, Mafan, and Toy on this Chocobo map on McOC, where the AR is actually set to negative infinity. Then while on the topic of GN, he had this insane play on Raruchi's Exit This Earth's Atomosphere with an easy mod, and even though it was a 1 miss for 174 PP, the PP definitely doesn't matter in this play. Then again with GN, we have a sudden death hidden FC on Hellozi's slider hell map for 99.94% and the #1 spot on the map. previously mentioned Ryuk had a hidden double time FC on Royal Blood's Loose Change for the #1 spot on the map and 683 PP. OSU player 84 then gets a 744 PP play on remote control with hidden and double time for a very crazy 99.43 accuracy and only 2 misses. Aru then achieves a 680 PP play on Daisuke Evolution with just Hard Rock in the #2 spot on the map. Index then pulls off an insane Galaxy Collapse play with no fail and the #1 spot for the Love map, and he just kind of stops playing halfway through.
Double. Хотя если я не буду попадать, ну почему-то, но... Yep. Не лень дальше играть.
Then lastly for today's scores, we actually have a catch the beat play by Jimmy Rustler on Derwald, a 19.14 star play with only 1 miss, and also this is a Love map. Now that's it for this week's OC Alert. Like I said in the previous episode, we'll be also doing a giveaway again, and this time we're giving away 4 months of OC support to 2 lucky people. So links will be in the description for those of you who want to enter. And for winners of last week, check Circle People's Twitter for those. All winners are emailed at the point of this video going live. Otherwise, I hope that you guys will have a fantastic rest of the week, and of course, here are the memes.